So, I finally played God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. Yeah, I know, I'm late. But playing them for the first time now, years after the hype, honestly gave me a different perspective. Before we get into it, if you enjoy calm, story-focused gaming videos, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep making stuff like this. Anyway, I built my first PC about a year ago, mostly for work and casual games like Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact. I'd come home tired, do my daily, then log off. Meanwhile, I had all these big cinematic games sitting in my library. Red Dead 2, Elden Ring, God of War, even the Batman trilogy, but I never started them. My brother kept saying, just play God of War, you'll thank me later. So I did. And playing God of War 2018 and Ragnarok back-to-back with no 4-year gap was a whole different experience. It's like watching Infinity War and Endgame on the same night. The first thing that stood out to me, God of War 2018 completely redefines itself. I knew about the old Greek games. Those were loud, fast, and angry.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
This one, it's quiet, slow, and heavy. The pacing is deliberate, sometimes maybe too deliberate. Before Mimir shows up, the early hours drag a little. Combat feels good, but starts to repeat. Then Mimir joins, and suddenly the game finds its rhythm. He adds warmth, humor, and context. Even walking through the world feels better with him talking in the background.
Itchy sound again. Normally I don't mind ladies whispering in my ear, but this is positively irksome.
Anyone ever tell you that you babble when you're terrified?
Terrified? I'll have you know I'm at the very most deeply apprehensive. And breaking tension with humour is the sacred duty of a travelling companion. How very dare you! Babbling!
Jumping straight into Ragnarok afterward felt natural. No waiting years, no forgetting mechanics or plot. The tone shifts fast. Bigger scale, quicker pace, yet it still keeps the focus on Kratos and Atreus. You can feel their relationship mature. Kratos softens a bit, Atreus gets more confident. The idea of being ready changes. Kratos thinks ready means control. Atreus thinks it means strength. Both have to learn they're wrong. That's what gives the story real weight. Still, Ragnarok isn't perfect. It's bloated in places, sight plus drag. The camera still misbehaves in tight fights. But the emotional thread stays consistent. Together, the two games feel like one long journey. Not a reboot and a sequel, just one story told in two halves. What really hit me was how believable Kratos' change feels, especially seeing it without a time gap. In 2018, he's a man carrying guilt. Every line is measured. Every look feels heavy. He wants to be a good father, but he's scared of repeating his past. By Ragnarok, that tension fades. He still speaks carefully, but now it's calm, not fear. He listens more. He trusts more. The writing never shouts, look, he's different. It just lets you notice it. A pause before anger, a nod instead of an order. That's character growth done right. If anything, Ragnarok sometimes explains feelings that were already clear, and that slightly weakens a few scenes. But overall, the tone and pacing make his growth feel earned. By the end, he's not a new person. He's just finally comfortable with himself. And that feels more real than any redemption arc I've seen in a while. One thing I admire is how cinematic these games are, without turning into passive cutscenes. That single camera shot keeps you close. You're never detached. But it also limits visibility, especially when a troll smacks you from the behind. The combat itself is solid, the Leviathan axe feels great, animations hit hard, but repetition sets in. And Ragnarok piles on so many mechanics that fights can get noisy. Story-wise, both games are top tier. Performances carry everything. The emotional beats work because they're grounded, not exaggerated. My only gripe is Ragnarok tries to do too much. Too many characters, too many threads. It starts to feel like a mythological crossover event. Still, the heart never disappears. Even with gods and prophecies, it's about a father and a son learning to understand each other. That focus, keeping things personal inside something huge, is what makes the whole saga special. Playing them both for the first time back to back made me realize how tightly they connect. God of War 2018 sets up grief and restraint. Ragnarok resolves it with trust and acceptance. Separately, great games. Together, one complete story about growing beyond who you were. Sure, pacing slips, camera frustrates, but emotionally, it's consistent start to finish. And honestly, experiencing them now, away from the hype, reminded me why single-player stories still matter. No updates, no live events, just a story that ends and stays with you. And that's it. My thoughts after finally finishing God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. Also, yeah, sorry for disappearing for about 15 days. I was on vacation with my family. Tried to make a few shorts, but honestly, didn't get the time. Good news though, I'm back. I'll be posting again. Next video is going to be about Wuthering Waves 2.7. Probably the Finale MSQ, maybe a quick recap or a small theory. We'll see. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps more than you think. Until next time, bye. Peace.